Hey everybody, Alex here from Tone Today Personal Training. I'm just going to have a nice little workout for you here that you can do at home. Equipment you will need is either a PVC pipe or a broomstick or an umbrella or a Swiffer or something that is a little bit longer, lightweight. We are going to practice some of our Olympic movements with that. You'll also need a pair of dumbbells. They can range between 5 and 15 or 20 pounds. You'll need a kettlebell. Can be on a little bit lighter side, 15 or 20 pound kettlebell. Couple bands, so an ankle band. If you have that, would be great. If you do not, that is fine. And then also potentially any sort of these kinds of bands for different options. I will show you that as we go along. Also, if you have a yoga mat or a cushion for your knees or something, or your back. And then final, if you have something to step up onto, either a step up, a box, you can use stairs. If you do not have something you can step up onto, you can use a chair or a bench also. I will give you other options. All right, so we'll start off with about 15 minutes of warm up, about 10 minutes of power movements, and then about 25 minutes of strength movement. So with our warm up, we're going to start off with some high knees. So driving those knees up nice and high, opposite arm, opposite leg, going up. You look at from the side, I'm getting my knees up nice and high. I'm not just sitting down here. Get those knees up nice and high now. Keep your core engaged. Make sure to breathe. And then we are going to go into butt kicks. So butt kicks, driving those heels to your butt. Good. Now this doesn't have to be super fast or anything. We're just warming up the body, getting the blood flow pumping, getting your heart rate up. Get ready to move. All right, after that, we're gonna do a cook squats. So cook squats, you're gonna go into a hip hinge position, right here, like a deadlift. Then you're gonna go ahead, grab your toes, you can round your back a little bit, pull yourself down into a squat, arms up, and stand up. Hinge, toes, squat, arms up, stand up. Pull yourself down nice and deep. Arms are inside your legs so you can push those knees out. Good. Get about 8 to 10 of those cook squats in. Then we're gonna do a lateral lunge, just nice wide stance. We'll get a little stretch into our groin and our hamstrings just a little bit. Nice and easy. You want to be sitting back into your hip here, not leaning into your knee. So if I'm from the side here, I'm not leaning into my knee here. I'm sitting backwards into my hip and then just shifting my weight to the side slightly. All right. And then you can go back and forth also. Don't have to stay on one side. Back and forth, alternate. Good. Got those legs nice and warmed up. We got our shoulders warmed up with some big, nice, slow arm circles forward. Doesn't have to be, once again, super fast, just under control. And then we're going to slowly bring that in into small circles forward. Little burn in the shoulders here. Get them warmed up. We're going to be working those shoulders a little bit, posterior shoulders a little bit. And then we're going to transition, reverse, going backwards, back to big circles. Good, good, good. And we're going to transition once again to small circles. Good, good, good. And after this, we're gonna do a little bit more of a heart rate exercise. Now we're gonna do burpees with a mountain climber into it. So burpees, you're gonna go down. I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way a little bit. You're gonna go down into that push-up position. You're gonna do 5 mountain climbers on each leg, or 10 total, depending on how you like to count. Back up and jump. So you're going down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up and jump. And we're gonna repeat. We're gonna go for about a minute here. Getting a good leg drive in here. Get one more in. That's close to a minute. Good, good, good. All right, so that's our normal warm up for our heart rate, getting that heart rate up there. We're gonna do a little dynamic movements, a little activation, and we'll get started. So, first dynamic movement, A skips. Just a little skip, driving your knee up, keep your toe flexed, knees up. Little skip in there. And then we're gonna transition, power skips. Just a little bit more oomph into it, a little more explosive step. Getting my heart rate up there. About 10 of those on each side. All right, after those, over and unders. Imagine a hurdle in front of you. Straight leg, over, over. Stick your leg underneath, under. Over, over, under. We're gonna do 5 of these, each direction. That's 3, 4, 5. So I was leading with my right leg here. I'm gonna step to this side. I'm gonna lead with my left now. Or one more. Good. Next up, we have lunge with a T-spine rotation. So you can have your mat for this. Knee on the ground, lunge position, T-spine, thoracic spine, rotation, just nice, easy twist. You're not cranking on your body super hard. It's nice and easy. Get about 8 to 10 of those, and we'll switch our legs. Feel a few cracks in there. That's okay, just make sure you're not, once again, cranking on that spine. You don't need to crank on it, just nice, easy turns. Next up, we're gonna be in the lunge position again. We're gonna go into this Spider-Man pose. Hands are gonna be on the ground, back leg is gonna be elevated. So I'll show you from my side. Hands on the ground inside of your leg, back leg elevated. And we're gonna rotate. I'm gonna rotate towards my knee first, watching my hand. All the way back down, rotate away. Only go as far as you can watch your hand. You can only get to here, that's fine for now. We're gonna do 8 of these on each side. I think it's about 8, then we're gonna switch. Other leg. I'll show you from the front this time. Rotate towards the knee, watch your hand, and away. Make sure you're staying nice and balanced. One more on each side. Good. And then our last one for our dynamic movements, we're gonna be single leg RDLs, single leg Romanian deadlift. So 1 foot on the ground, control yourself down into a nice hip hinged position, touch the ground with your hands. Opposite leg, so the one that's up, you should still be firing that glute to kick that leg back. It's not taking a break. Watch the stability of your knee, glutes firing, keep that knee nice and stable. Ten on each side, 10 on each side. I get a couple more. And good. All right. Dynamic is done. Activation's next. So if you have a band, go ahead and grab it, an ankle band. You're gonna put it either around your ankles or above your knees. If you don't have a band, that's okay. You can still do this movement. Just really, really pay attention to your glutes here. So we're gonna do some band shuffles. Good tension on the band to start. Athletic stance. You wanna have sure ankles, knees, hips, bent position. Good athletic stance. We're gonna take little steps and we're always gonna keep tension on the band. You're never gonna bring it in closer than your shoulders. So shoulder width apart, step out, and back in. See, little steps. Pushing off with that back glute. So they're both working. We're gonna do 10 on each side, so it's 5. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel those glutes. All right, you can take that band off. We're gonna do a hip flexor, raise and hold. So we got our opposing glutes. Now we're gonna get the anterior side hip flexors. You're gonna drive that knee up, toes flexed, knee is above your hip crease. Not down here. Try to get it above your hip crease. We're gonna hold that for 10 seconds. And then we'll switch. When you're doing this, if you watch my back, stays nice and neutral. This glute is firing into the ground, core is activated, back is neutral. I'm not hyperextending, leaning back. Good position the whole time. If you have a hard time with balance, don't be looking around and talking like I am. Find something to focus on. There's a speck on the wall, sit there and stare at it. Focus on your body. Always remembering to breathe. Good. Remember keeping that foot flexed, not relaxed down. You want to have your hands up to your side, help with balance, that's fine. On your hips, I like to put them up in front of me, where I feel good and balanced. Remember that opposing glute into the ground helps with your balance. All right, the next 4 are going to be on the ground. So we're going to be in a prone position. That'll be on our stomachs. We're relaxing our foreheads onto the ground. We're doing I's, Y's, and T's. So your thumbs are always going to be up. So they're going to be facing behind you. So I's will be here, Y's here, T's here. We're going to do 10 of each on the ground. I'll show you. Hopefully you can see. So eyes straight out in front of you. Relax your head to the ground. You can relax your feet. Just 10 easy pulses, and we're going to Y's. Out just a little bit. And the last one, T's. All right, so you can stay on the ground here. We're gonna roll onto our backs. We're gonna do some dead bugs here. So, core exercise, our lower back is pushed down into the ground. Our legs are up, arms are up, opposite arm, opposite leg. So my right leg is gonna go down, my left arm is gonna go back. Pause for a second, back in, other side. Make sure you're breathing, inhale at the top, brace, exhale on the way up. Really focus on that core. You can cruise through this and do nothing, or you can take your time, focus on what should be working and how it should be working. One more on each side will be good. All right, then we're gonna flip around. Same position, but in quadruped, so on your knees, on your hands. We're gonna do bird dogs. So, same thing. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Extend out. Pause for a second, back. What you don't want to do here is overextend. And move in a little bit. Overextend and hyperextend. Don't want to make a U shape. Want to be a straight line. I should be able to put a lacrosse ball on your low back and it should be able to stay right there. Shouldn't have rotation in your hips at all. Nice and square. One more on each side. Good. And you can stay in this position. We have cat-cow. Last one, 10 reps. Right here, also focus on your breathing. Inhale cat. Exhale cow. Good, 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 good. All right, so that will be our warm-up. Should feel nice and warm, body's loose, muscles are activated. Now we're gonna work on our power. So we're gonna work on technique with our broomstick, PVC pipe, anything that you can find that's light, a little bit longer, Swiffer, really anything. And then our kettlebell will need. You move the other stuff out of the way. So we're gonna be working on our hang snatches today. Hang snatch, so wide grip for snatch. When you go into that hip hinge position, that bar should be right into that hip crease. And then arms nice and straight. So that's gonna be about where your grip's gonna end up. If you're too narrow, when you go into that power position, and that bar's gonna be on your legs, you're gonna be a little bit wider than that. All right, so from the hang position, I'm gonna have you break it down into 4 steps to start. We're gonna go power position, which is bending at the knees. So that's 1. 2 is hinging to your knees. So we're staying above them. That's power, or that's 2. 3 is back to power position. So my knees aren't extended all the way. And then 4 is pull. And then back down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna work nice and slow like that. We're gonna do 10 reps. So you can do those on your own or follow me. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice flat feet, driving through those feet. You get a little bounce, little oomph on the way up, that's okay. Just when you're going through 1, 2, and 3, you're flat. 4, you can get a little drive in there. I'll do a couple from the front here, a couple more. Keeping that PVC pipe, broomstick, whatever you have, right on the body. All right, after 10 of those, we're gonna go into single arm kettlebell swings. Lighter weight here, doesn't need to be super heavy. Being explosive through your hips, we're gonna do 10 on each side. Using your hips here, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Transition, you can switch it in air if you're comfortable with that, or you can put it down and reset. One more. 10. Good, and relax. You're gonna take a quick drink, go ahead and get a drink. Otherwise, we're gonna move back onto our snatches. So, if you feel comfortable with that first 4 movements, we're gonna move on to catching overhead now. So it's the same thing, except driving up. We're gonna flip those elbows and wrists, snap them up, catch it with your arms straight. So, I'll show you from the front a couple times. So it's be 1, is power position, 2, 3, 4. So you notice I'm dropping underneath the bar to catch the weight. I'm not catching it up like this. You're gonna catch it into that squat stance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reset. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're catching it nice and centered. It's not way back here. It's not out in front of you. So here's a side view. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I could feel that one got a little behind me. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That one felt better. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Last couple here. Quick feet now, quick and explosive. If you notice, I'm getting full extension, pulling, dropping underneath it. So that's a nice slow motion. Full extension. Once you're here, it's underneath. It's quick. It's really quick when I do it. But it's there. 10 of those, and then we got our swings again. 10 on each side. Eight, 9, 10. Now, if you don't have a light kettlebell, if you only have heavy, you can do double arm here, that's fine. Or if you only have dumbbells, you can use a dumbbell instead. 9, 10, good. All right, we'll go one more round here. One more round. Full range of motion if that's what you've been doing. If you're just still practicing the pulls, that's fine. Now, last round, if you want to combine the upward portion a little bit more smooth instead of breaking it down, go ahead and try. So we're still gonna go 1, 2. From here, you can go all the way up. So you can combine 3 and 4. 1, 2, all the way up. It's a little awkward with the PVC pipe. If it feels weird, go back to breaking it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Work on technique, that's what it's all about. Don't need to do everything at once. One more. All right, and swings. You can put your PVC pipe away, your broomstick, whatever you're using, and we'll go on to our last set of swings. Good drive through your hips here. Last one. Last one. Good. Kettlebell you can put away. Unless that's your only weight, you can go ahead and keep it. Grab a drink of water. If you need to, I'm going to get a little taste. All right. So let me transition my timer. All right, so we are going to do time strength here. So it's more of an aerobic strength workout, lighter weights, high reps. So we're doing 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. So we have two movements to start. One of them is going to be either a step up or a split squat position lunge. We're doing 40 seconds per side, so we're not alternating. 40 seconds right, break, 40 seconds left. After that, we have renegade rows. So you either need dumbbells or kettlebells, whatever kind of weight you have. And a step, if you have a step. If not, just a space where you can do split stance lunges. So the first exercise, preferably step ups onto a box, holding onto weight. If you can't hold on to weight, if it's too heavy, go ahead and do body weight. That's completely fine. A little bit. All the way up and down. Now when we go down, this leg can stay up. Since we're just working that leg through the whole range of motion, it's okay to just keep it up there. All right, so that's gonna be our first exercise and our second. Our third is going to be renegade rows. So that is going to be in a push-up position with your dumbbells. Right here. Now you can go a little bit wider stance with your feet. You don't have to be feet touching. You can go a little bit wider. And row. Keeping your back as neutral as possible, not rotating as you go up. All right. So 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. I'm going to get my timer going here. We're going to go through 4 rounds. All right, we're starting at 8. 2, 1, and we're going. So here's our step ups. If you cannot do those, we are going into a split stance lunge, and we are staying in that split stance position a whole 40 seconds. If you can't hold on to weight, or if you two are too heavy, you can go ahead, hold on to a single weight, hold on to the side that is going all the way down. Good. Like I said, if you don't have weight or can't hold on to weight, it's okay to go body weight. Put your arms out in front of you for a little counterbalance. 2, 1, and good. Relax, we have a 20-second break here, switching our legs. 10 seconds. 4, 2, 1, and go time. Good glute activation here. Pay attention to your knees. Make sure your knee's not caving in like that. That's not good. We want to keep that knee out. Drive through that glute and your quad. Same as if we're doing split stance lunges. Right here. All the way down and up. Driving through that glute at the bottom. Quads will naturally take over when they're supposed to. People forget about their glutes though. 8 more seconds. Good. Good. Renegade rows. Now these can be in that push-up position I talked about, wide stance, or you can go on your knees if that is too tough. As many as you can from your toes, drop your knees when you have to. 5 seconds. 2. Good row here. Keep that elbow in close to the body. Get it up above your back just a little bit. Not too high, where you start to rotate. That's too high. Good. 10 more seconds, keep it up. Good, and relax. Quick drink if you need it. Otherwise, we have our split squats or step ups. That's one round down, 3 more to go. Back to your right or your first leg. I start with my right. Not because it's my dominant side. It is my dominant side, but I feel a little weaker, a little more unstable in this side. So when I do that, if I did it second, I'd be a little more fatigued. So I want all of my energy, or as much of it as I can, to go to my weaker side. So I usually start always with my weaker side. 10 more seconds. And good. Other side. Good breather in here. Catch your breath. Doing as many reps as we can in 40 seconds. Push yourself. 3, 2, 1, and go. Get that other foot all the way up onto the box. Also, don't put your other foot on top and then stand up. You're not finishing the movement with that leg that's supposed to be working. All the way up, then you can put that foot down for balance. A little bit tougher, but proper. You have to drop the weights. Drop the weights. The box is too high, go to the split squats. Work on full range motion there. 5 more seconds. Good. Renegade rows. On the ground. Give myself a little more room here. We got 6 seconds. 2, 1. And like I said, if you're getting too tough to stay upright here, go ahead and drop to your knees. That's okay. Just make sure your knees aren't directly under your hips. You want them to be slightly back, so you're still getting good core activation and you're in that push-up position still. 15 seconds to go. Good. Nice work, halfway done. Halfway back to our step-ups. I'm gonna do split stance this time. 5 seconds. Split stance. Now try to stand all the way back up. Don't just get to here. Try to stand all the way up. So if you have to adjust that back foot, go ahead and bring it in a little bit. Halfway through. Keep it up. Now back leg is going to be doing some work here. You'll feel that quad a little bit with the main motion of stand back up from this front leg. Back one is stabilizing, pushing into the ground. Good. Woo. Feel it. Feel those quads working. Switch sides. All right, you got 5 seconds to go. Get yourself set up, ready to go. I just do this today. Good. Again, if you're having trouble balancing, Find something in front of you to focus on, preferably probably on the ground about 5-6 feet in front of you. Good, 10 more seconds, keep it up. 3. Good, relax. Woo! Renegade rows here next. Got one more round. If you have shoulder issues, wrist issues, and are having trouble being in that push-up position, we can go ahead and do some bent over rows. So, alternating, one arm at a time. So we're just like a renegade row, but if you're having shoulder issues or wrist issues, you can go ahead, switch to this. I'm sweating, I'm working. 15 seconds. Glasses are gonna fall off. Finish it up now. Last 6. Good. Woo! We got one more round to go, then we get a little break. 15 seconds. I'll go step ups this last round. 2, 1, and we're going. Try not to push off with that bottom leg. Try to just work that front top leg as much as possible. "20 seconds. Last 10, finish it up strong now. No stopping, no quitting, no resting. You're almost there. Good. Breather. One more. One more to go. Then the rows, then we get a break. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good drive through that leg. Good drive. Focus on your breathing. Exhale on the work. So way up, exhale. Fix your glasses if you need to. Almost there, finish her up, 6 seconds to go. And good. Good, good, good. Last set of renegade rows. Bent over rows, like I said, if your shoulder or wrists are bothering you. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and we're going. Last set here. Keep that core strong, core's engaged. Watch the rotation, not rotating your hips. Make sure your width of your feet is wide enough to stabilize. Keep it up, 15 to go, keep it up. Finish it strong now. Good. And relax. Woo! Good burn there, good burn. Now you get a little break here. We're done with our step ups and renegade rows. So good work. Get a drink. I need one. You can put away your box and your mat if you want to. You're gonna be lying on your back for some core. Up to you. So what we're here is an ankle band. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can make do. Pair of dumbbells. Want a little bit lighter dumbbells here. These 15s for me get a little heavy. So I would suggest anywhere between 3, 10 pounds. You don't need to be super heavy with your dumbbells here. If you don't have pair of dumbbells, or you just have heavier ones, then you can go with a band. Either of these are gonna work. So I'll show you what exercise we'll be doing with those. And then we're gonna do some more. So, and you can stay on, have it on the whole time, right above your knees. So our first exercise is going to be a pulsing squat, squat pulse, either or, same thing. So a band has tension in it, good squat stance about shoulder width apart, toes slightly flared out, and then you're going to be down in a squat stance and pulsing up. So just right here, you're always keeping tension in the band. Don't let that band pull your knees in. Pull those knees apart, rip them apart, and we're just gonna pulse here. You can go body weight, or you can hold on to some dumbbells, add a little resistance. After that, we could either go bent over W's with the dumbbells, or we're gonna do pull aparts with the band. So bent over W's, dumbbells in front of you, hinge position. So partial hinge, and you're going to pinch your shoulder blades. If you notice, my elbows are staying in. I'm not flaring way out here. Shoulders down in your back pockets, elbows in, right here. If you only have heavy dumbbells, or you don't have any dumbbells at all, that's where the bands come in. So you can either go band like this, palms are gonna be up. I'm stuck on timer here. Palms up, shoulders back, grab onto the handles if they get in your way. So same thing, elbows locked in, shoulders back, pulling apart. You notice I'm not going out here, keeping them in. So you can use this band for that, or if you have a band like this, just grab onto one strand, same thing. All right. And then our last one is leg raises on our backs. Pushing your lower back into the ground. Don't let it arch up. Feet moving together. So relax down, legs up, control down. Go to only as low as you can handle. If you start going down and your hip starts to rotate forward, or you feel that back start to arch, don't go that low. So if that means you can only do this, that's okay. If you want to emphasize a little pause and come back up, that'll be even better. If you can come all the way down here, keep good control, lower back's not coming up off the ground, pelvis isn't rotating, then you're good, golden. With those, I want you to pay attention to your breathing. When you go down, you should have a good inhale and brace before you go down, similar to our squats or our deadlifts. Inhale, brace down into that belly button, hold that breath down. As you come up, you can start to exhale. So really focus on that breathing, slow and controlled there. I don't want to see really, really fast. I want slow and controlled on those. All right, so those are our three. We have our pulses, we have our W's or our pull aparts, and then our leg raises. So same thing, we're gonna do 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, starting in 10 seconds, 4 rounds. 5 seconds. If you have 2 dumbbells, want to get crazy, go ahead and hold them up here. Good pulsing here, pull those knees apart. All right, if you see me from the side here now, I am sitting into my hips. I'm not bending at the knees. My heels and my butt are not supposed to be straight up and down from each other. You want to set those hips back. Sit into those hips, feel those glutes fire. Arms out in front of you for a little counterbalance if you're going no weight. Good. Almost there, feel that burn. 5 seconds, I feel it. 2, 1. Good. 20-second break, we have our W. So light dumbbells. I will show you a few with the 15-pound dumbbells. Then I'm gonna switch to the bands. You can do the same if your dumbbells get too heavy. 5 seconds. And keep from the side. Nice hinge position here. If you notice, I'm not locking my arms up and upright. Hinge position. All right, I'll switch to the band. We got 15 seconds to go. Feel those posterior shoulders burning. Good squeeze your rhomboids. 5 seconds. Small muscle groups here. They can really burn. Good. And we're on our backs for our leg raises. 10 seconds. Catch your breath here. Now remember, focus on your core, bracing your core as you go down. 2, 1. Inhale, brace. Control down. Nice and slow. Pay attention to your hips. Make sure they're not rotating forward. Ten more seconds. Finish it up now. Good. Nice work. Back to the top. We got our pulses. Squat pulses. Now, if you're having knee issues at all, if you have a wall, you can go against a wall, do a wall sit. So I'll show you a wall sit this round. If you don't have any issues, keep doing your pulses. So wall sit, you're down with the band on. I want you to pull it apart still. Keep your feet flat, planted on the ground. Just little pulsing out. If you don't have a band, you can just sit here. You can do this, but I don't want you to deactivate your glutes if you go in. Keep those glutes firing. 15. Keep it up. Lighting is really bright over here. Good, good, good. Almost there. 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Burn. Woo. Feel those glutes. I feel them. Bent over W's, just slight hinge of the hips or your pull aparts. I'm going to do the same thing. Do about half W's, half pull aparts. Got 6 seconds. 2, 1. I can feel my traps starting to take over. Don't want those traps to take over. Keep those shoulder blades down. 15 to go. Core is engaged, not hyperextending. If you're doing the pull aparts, core is engaged, nice and upright. Woo! I feel those. Feel those burn. Leg raise. After this, we're halfway done with this last round. Hope everybody's feeling good, feeling the burn, getting a good sweat on. I know I am. 2. And we're going. Good job. Keep it up now. We're under 15 to go. Finish it up all the way through. Give me a couple more. And good. Woo. Keeping this band on this whole time, really gonna feel those glutes. Start around 3 here. 3 out of 4. We have our pulses coming up. Weight if you need one. I'm gonna go body weight, tension on the band, and we're going. Just find your breath on these pulses. Find your breath like you're going for a jog. Just nice and controlled. Make sure that band's not winning and pulling your knees in. Keep those knees out. Good. Last 10, finish it up, feel that burn. Fight through it now. Fight through that burn. 3, 2, 1. Good. Woo! We only got 1 more of those left. Bent over W's, pull aparts. That's next up. 10 seconds. 4, 2, 1. Switch it up. I've been doing 15 reps of my W's, then switching to my bands. And getting that final burn in, because I can feel it. This band's tough. 5 seconds. Woo! Man, those are tough there at the end. Those are tough. Leg raises. Last one, round 3. 10 seconds. 3. And we're going. These are getting tough. Keep pushing. We're under 15 to go. Good. Finish it up strong now. All the way through. Good. Woo. We're on our last round now. Last round. 10 seconds. Got our squat pulses or our wall sits. I'll go wall sits again here. Remember on the wall sits, we're pulling that band apart. Sitting here, pulling that band apart. Another thing you can do, if you don't have a band and you're doing these, you can use hand resistance. You can put your hands on the outside of your legs, push them in, resist the knees out. So you have a little yourself, don't push against your legs here. Arms here, here, no cheating. Pushing your arms against your legs or relaxing. We're almost there, 5 seconds. Good. Woo! You want to take that band off? We're done with it. If you want to leave it on for the whole round, that's okay. We got 10 seconds. W's. Feels good to take it off a little bit. Feel a little loose. 2, 1. I'm gonna try to do my 15 here. Good form again. Finish off with the band. There we go. Woo! Band to burn it out. I can barely pull this thing apart now. Hope you're feeling the same way. 10 more seconds. Band seems harder than the dumbbells. Good. Woo! That's tough. That's tough. Last one here. Last one, we're done. Leg raises, 12 seconds. 5, get yourselves ready. 3, 2, 1, going. Good form now. Good, keep it up. We're under 20, we're over halfway there. Keep driving, keep pushing. It's our last thing of the day. Not quitting at the end. Finishing up strong. Keep everything tight. 5 more seconds, couple more reps, couple more. There we go. Woo! Nice work, everybody. Nice work. There's your workout for the day. Good quad and back exercises we got for our strength. Good power technique. Good stuff. Nice work today, everybody. Keep it up, and I'll see you around.